All right. So before we get started, I thought um, as we work through the idea of Advent each week and coming into the presence of each of these manifestations of the divine through the Holy Spirit, through Mother Mary, and through Jesus or through Yeshua. Another presence that's really involved in the Advent drama is Angel Gabriel. And seeing as we're coming at the commence of this series together, I thought a really beautiful way would to draw a card from the Archangel Gabriel deck as really just an invocation of not only that presence to assist us and to mentor us in the weeks to come, but also to give you your own little message in the same way that Angel Gabriel came to Mary with a message of good tidings and of joy. And Mary, in her own free will, was able to receive that. She didn't have to, but she did. And so I thought I would give you an opportunity to have that experience and to receive for yourself. So I'm just dedicating this transmission or this card pull to those of us here and those that will join us in the replay. And I'm going to draw 3 cards, and perhaps one of them is going to stand out to you as your message, perhaps more than one or all of them. But really just, I invite you to just maybe close your eyes, bring your attention to your heart space. All right. All right, so I've drawn the 3 cards. The very first card says, have confidence in your creations and trust in the power of God's creativity, which is being manifested through you. And I'll show you that. I really enjoy the paintings on these. The second card says, or is titled Vulnerability. Listen to your vulnerable feelings as they contain wisdom and inspiration. Then pray for strength. Focus on your priorities no matter what. And the third card is prosperity. Your actions have resulted in incoming abundance. Wonderful. And if one of these really, or more than one, really resonates with you, and you don't have this deck at home, you can send me a quick email after and I will send you a picture of the card so that you can print it off and have it with you in your own home. And if it does feel good for you, I invite you to create your own little Advent altar at home. It doesn't have to look like the one I have with me today, but something that just draws your awareness back to the aspects and the energies and the entities that we're really leaning into in these coming weeks, so that that experience that's unique to you can continue to imprint upon your consciousness, and the wisdom as well as the energies can continue to be embodied physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And so I just want to say thank you for carving out this time to be with me and to share in this experience together. And I truly hope that that the time will bless you in your own relationships with the divine, and help you deepen in um, the ways in which love wants to reach you, to infiltrate your heart and your life, to empower you and to heal you and to assist you. And so I invite you now to really just allow yourself to be comfortable, whether you choose to be sitting or if you want to lie down. And if you don't yet have blankets or bolsters or any of that with you, you can take a moment now, or if you're watching the recording, you can press pause and return when you're ready. But just allow yourself to be really, really comfortable. Begin by just allowing yourself to notice all the parts of your body that are in contact with the earth. Noticing how in this moment, without you even having to do a thing, you are held. You are supported. And so I invite you to give all of your weight to that which is holding you. Allowing your mind to begin to settle. I invite you to begin to deepen your breath. And as you intentionally breathe in and out, you can bring a soft and gentle gaze inwards towards the center of your forehead, also known as the seat of your intuition, the seat of your divine consciousness, also known as your third eye. Just gently turn your gaze inward, allowing that space within yourself to begin to be activated, allowing the initial coming together of your own masculine and feminine energies into this sacred marriage. Just allow it to be gentle and soft. I invite you now to bring your awareness to your heart space. You can place your hands upon your heart if you'd like, with your left hand placed upon your chest and your right hand on top. Just breathing into your palms, allowing your heart space to begin to expand with your breath. If it feels good, you can open your mouth as you exhale. Notice the sound of your breath as you breathe in and out. The breath is also known as Ruha, and Ruha means spirit. And so as you breathe, I invite you to take a moment and in your own heart space, in your own sacred temple, invite the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, to be with you. While the divine is always with us and ever present in every moment, God is gracious, and it is with our prayer or our ask, with permission, that free flow of energy, of presence, can be received. And as we open up, I just offer up the prayer that the presence of the Holy Spirit, as it begins to descend and ascend within us and around us now, that it would be felt, perceived in a way that each of us uniquely are able to receive that presence. Continuing to breathe. I invite you to bring your conscious awareness now to the center of your womb space. And begin to visualize that womb within, this holy womb, beginning to illuminate with light. Using your breath to expand that light. Exhaling any resistance to being here now. Releasing what has been of today and what is to be later on. Just settling into the body. Allowing the fullness of your body to relax. Your crown, your temples, your cheeks and your jawbones unclenched. Allowing your tongue to release from the roof of your mouth. Perhaps your jaw slightly opens. Feeling your throat relax. Your chest and your shoulders settling down. Releasing and letting go of any tension in the chest. Allowing the diaphragm to just be light and easy and spacious. As well as your belly. No need to hold it in, allowing it to free flow and grow and expand with ruha, with breath. For with every breath you invite in more of the Spirit. Allowing the fullness of your hips and your bum. To release and to let go and to open. Allowing the weight of all that you carry to be released from your legs and your knees, down your calves and your shins, and your ankles and your feet. And we invite in the presence of peace, delivered on ways of grace. Allowing those waves of grace, that felt experience of peace, to wash over you now. And you may feel that beautiful energetic rain shower from the top of your head all the way down to your toes, just continuing to breathe. Allowing this sensation and this presence to be with you. Giving it permission to just release and wash away anything that does not serve you, both in this moment and in your going forward, in the coming days and in the coming weeks. I invite you to visualize yourself, whether seated or lying down, resting in the center of this beautiful white column of light. You may also wish to visualize yourself in an orb, in a bubble of white light. Whatever feels good for you, lean into that. If you see yourself in this column of light, I invite you to visualize that column reaching down into the earth, down, down, down through the layers of soil and matter, connecting to the heart of the earth. Seeing that white light merge with the light at the core of the earth. And seeing the light of the earth begin to ascend up your column of light into your physical body. If you find yourself in that bubble, just allow yourself to rest and just be held. I invite you now in that column of light to begin to see the top ascend up from your body all the way to the heavens, up from the third plane of reality, past the fourth, fifth, sixth, arriving at the seventh, to the ethereal plane of divine consciousness, of source, love, and light. Really connect with your breath here, taking 3 intentional deep breaths, allowing your physical body to assimilate. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your own. With every breath, more of that presence, of that divine presence through the Holy Spirit imprints upon your conscious awareness, whether that manifests as a felt sensation in the body, a color, an image, a thought, a sound. Simply allow that arrival to be. Continuing to breathe. I invite you to visualize now this beautiful column of light with you in the center, connected both to the earth and to the heavens. If you still find yourself in this bubble of light, I invite you to visualize this bubble that is holding you, ascending all the way up to meet us in the heavens, past the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I invite you now, whether in the bubble or in the column of light, with your breath to begin to expand this light body in all directions. See it in your mind's eye, and you can expand it as far and wide as you'd like, up to 50 feet in all directions, visualizing it both up and down as we've already connected, but now to the right and to the left and in front of you and behind you and on the corners of you, seeing yourself totally immersed in this giant white light. And all we're doing is expanding not only our conscious awareness, but our energy bodies so that we can receive more divine assistance in this conscious permission. And you may wish to take a moment to visualize this light body being surrounded by angelic presence, as well as perhaps any ascended masters. Perhaps seeing the beloved Yeshua, Jesus, in front of you, Mother Mary behind you, Angel Gabriel on your right. The Holy Spirit, dove presence on your left, and anyone else that presents themselves, invite them to be part of this circle of empowerment and protection and healing for you personally in this moment. You may even wish to invite or to sense the presence of family members that have passed on or any other personal guides. And I just ask that these beings of light would continue to empower you. If there's anything specific, any intention or prayer that you have, both in this moment and for the weeks to come through our series of Advent guided meditations, I invite you to state that and make it known. Seeing this intention, prayer, as a seed being planted and being nurtured by this presence that is surrounding you. Now I invite you to see yourself in the center of this light body. And with your breath, begin to visualize yourself glowing. This beautiful golden light emanating from the center of you, filling up first the fullness of your body, and then beginning to emanate out of your physical body to fill up the space. Continuing to breathe and allowing more of your own light, this beautiful golden light, to fill the light space, the white light space around you. You may wish to visualize from up above more of your own presence being received to assist with this filling up. But just feel it and visualize more of your own light, meeting the divine light, being held and supported and protected by these loving beings. Continuing to breathe with the spirit that is within you. I have come to recognize the Holy Spirit as an aspect of my own higher self, of that fractal of divine light that is me, that is always and forever not only with the divine, but part of the divine. And in the same way that Jesus or Yeshua chose to be born on earth, but one with God, so too are you and I. And that spirit is with us, within us at all times, unchanged by whatever we go through in this heroic human journey. And so we receive more of that presence today, along with more of your own soul's light. And that those two energies would continue to deepen in their harmonious relationship. Empowering you to make any changes that are right and necessary for you in your life, for your health, for the health of those you love. Empowering you to be vulnerable and honest with yourself. Empowering you to be courageous. Empowering you to receive. Really feel this presence. You may wish to scan your body from the top of your head down to your toes, just noticing. Noticing any areas within yourself that feel open and spacious and light and free. Give thanks. Thank your body. Taking a moment now to notice any areas within your body that may feel tight, constricted, hurting, anxious. And I invite you now to breathe into that space within your body. With your breath, visualize light entering that space and expanding the area with your breath, inviting the presence of the Holy Spirit. And I ask through the resonance of grace that this energy within you would be transmuted and transformed in the light of love. Feeling, sensing, visualizing that energy dissolving and being released from the body. You may wish to visualize a purple violet flame in which the energy is rising up from that flame, up and out of your body. This is known as the purple violet flame of Saint Germain, who is also a Magdalene. And the Magdalenes are the lineage of the Christ drama, of the Holy Family. And that lineage and that presence and that family carries a unique energetic frequency. And for those who feel a deep kinship or even an interest in these energies, in this presence, in these beings, I just invite you to continue to lean into that. And perhaps mull around the idea of this being what is known as your home frequency. And if nothing else, you can think of your home frequency as a frequency that cocoons you, and in that presence illuminates the most authentic version of yourself. When it comes to the home frequency of the Holy Family or the home frequency of grace, there is this felt experience of peace, of comfort, of compassion. And I believe it is because those who have walked those souls' journeys, not just Mother Mary and Yeshua and the Holy Spirit, but those now like you and I who find comfort in this frequency because we too have walked a path of much suffering. And these beings of infinite love, of infinite compassion, they know and understand. And there is no one better to assist you in that which you are not only walking but triumphing over. The areas in your life that may right now feel like they have been crucified. Those areas in your life that still need to be resurrected. Those areas in your life where you might look crazy to other people. Even though in your heart of hearts, you know that you have been given a mission and a purpose and that you are serving the divine. When your yes could cost you everything that you have known. When you are being asked to venture into the unknown. When you are being asked to break convention, to go against the grain, to be wildly misunderstood, to fight for what you know to be true and right and holy. Whatever it is that resonates with you, whatever it is that you need today, receive the empowerment from the loving presence of the Holy Spirit now. Visualizing your body filling up with this beautiful pink light and green light, the energies of love and compassion, as well as alignment with your truth. Now more than ever is the time to release anything that is holding you back from living your life in authenticity to your soul's calling. Now is the time to unplug from the fear consciousness that is threatening our planet. To move away, unplugged from that frequency, allowing yourself to be plugged in to love. For in that resonance and in that light and in that vibration, nothing and no one can touch you. having compassion for the human part of you that is experiencing the drama of this life, but also leaning into that part of you that is infinite and eternal and sovereign and divine. For that part of you is so wise. That part of you is magic. That part of you has the power to change the trajectory of your experience in this lifetime. And it's that presence, your own higher self, the Holy Spirit incarnated into this physical body, that we want to operate our human awareness. So I invite you to give that permission to invite your own higher self or the presence of the Holy Spirit to operate your human awareness. To give it permission to go to work in your heart, in your body, in your mind, in your soul, in your spirit, in your life, making those shifts and those changes that are for your highest and greatest good. And here is the good news. It can bypass your conscious awareness. You don't have to go back into trauma or even drama. We can allow, through grace, for these shifts to occur with ease and with tolerance and with gentleness. And that's what we ask for now. And I ask that your Akashic Records team, which is the angelic beings that assist with your in the book of life, all the knowing of who you've been and who you are and who you will be, that this work now would be accomplished within those records as well. Any clearing, any activation, any empowerment that is right and necessary in this moment, we give it permission. Taking a moment to thank the Spirit, to thank yourself, to thank Source, the Divine God, by whatever name you call it, thanking those angelic beings and ascended masters that have surrounded you and assisted you today. Beginning to visualize yourself either in that column of light or in that bubble, beginning to descend down from the 7th plane, past the 6th, the 5th, the 4th, returning to the 3rd plane of Earth. Beginning to see that light in all directions contract back into your physical body. Seeing all that light contained within you. Taking a moment now to visualize a light body that I like to call my energetic boundaries, or the divine containment of my own aura, of my own energies, visualizing that sealing off yourself. You may wish to visualize it as a tight layer, like almost armor along your whole body. Or you may wish to visualize it as another bubble of light around you. And the purpose of this is not to block out the world because we're afraid of it, The purpose of this is so that your own life force, your vitality, your joy, your peace, your courage, your strength, all of it, that it is contained within you, empowering you and fueling you as you go out into the world. So that you get to consciously choose to whom you share that life force and that energy and that love. Because it's yours. And if you're feeling particularly vulnerable in this moment or at any time, you may wish to invite one more layer of divine protection, divine love around that layer of energetic boundaries. Because in the newness of things and when we're feeling vulnerable, our energy can be kind of sporadic. And we can be running old narratives as we release them. And so just as we're feeling slightly unstable, that extra layer of protection can just help us feel more grounded and secure as we go out. And there's no shame in that. There's no shame. But again, just really leaning into the fact that we do all of this in love, not in fear of the world, but in stewarding this body and this heart and this mind that is our human chalice that we chose for this lifetime. The part of us that still gets to hug ourselves and hug the ones we love, even if we're not in this moment hugging our friends, an extended family. So if your hands have come from your chest, I invite you to return it to your heart one last time. Just taking a few intentional breaths, sealing off what has been accomplished. Gently scanning your body one last time. Just notice from the top of your head down to your toes. Just notice. Notice the hum of your physical body. Notice how you feel. Notice the quietness of your mind. And in that noticing, we allow that felt experience to imprint and to rewire our nervous system, our emotional system, our psyche. And if you wish, you can remain here for as long as feels good and right and necessary for you. And if you're ready to come out of your meditation, to begin your day or to continue in your day, I invite you to bring some gentle movement to your toes and to your fingers. You may wish to extend your arms above your body and just extend and stretch, bringing a constriction of energy for a moment and then releasing it. Doing that a few times. You may wish to turn to one side into fetal position, giving yourself a moment. And I just declare that the work that has been accomplished is healed and is done by the power of three, a perfect Trinity. We close this sacred time and this sacred space with thanksgiving. And so it is.